Yo, on the break, we're talking about 50.
Yes.
You're in the window shopping
Me
video?
and 50 been friends
How the fuck did this happen?
for years. Here's the great thing about what happened. When 50 got shot, and I have nothing to do with it. When 50 got shot, I was on tour with the Rough Riders, and I didn't really know who he was. I introduced him to be on the show. A couple years later, 50 has the #1 album in the country. I'm watching the videos at home, Wankster and all that,
Yep.
not knowing that I knew the guy. I didn't honestly, I didn't know I knew him. My son and his friend really loved Eminem and 50 Cent. They come to Detroit one day, and because I toured so much, I pretty much knew the security. But for some reason, the security always was hating on me. For whatever reason, we don't know. So this one day in Detroit, 50 is coming with the police escort, with the buses. He gets off the bus. I'm standing in the crowd trying to see if I know any of the security people to get my boys into the concert. 50 stops, turns around and says, T to the motherfucking K. You coming to the show? I said, yeah. Like my voice was like squeaky like a bitch because I couldn't believe that he recognized me or he knew who I was. Sure. I said, my sons are here. I'm going to go get them. I'm going to bring them back. He waited. Now, he was a superstar at this moment. Because of the respect that he had for me, he waited there with security outside until I went and got my kids, brought them back. And we all walked in, sat in the dressing room with Eminem and all that. Eminem introduced us, yo, it's T to the motherfucking K. And as we was walking out into the stadium, me, my kids, everything, we all walked with them together. And been cool ever since. So then me and 50 was going to start a comedy thing called G's of Comedy, just with Chris Lighty was alive. Okay. But Chris Lighty, to me, was really a slow businessman to me. He didn't move the way I thought businessmen should move. So we was dealing with William Morris. William Morris was totally interested, but they took a year to put the deal together. When I got ready to sign it, I turned it down. I told him I didn't want to do it.
Is there a reason why?
Because I felt, you come to a point in life you have to start thinking Republican instead of Democrat. And what I mean by that is I'm going to do it on my own. I'm not going to wait. I don't like waiting for something because at that moment, because like I told you, I love Ari Gold. I think of myself as a businessman. If we would have jumped on the G's of Comedy when 50 dropped his first CD, G's of Comedy, we would have been superstar. It would have been like the Kings of Comedy. No doubt about it.
But you don't think even waiting a year that it could have still popped off like that if you signed a deal?
Well, it probably maybe was a little bit longer than a year because 50 was on his decline at that time. Because he had one album, then he had the second album that just did halfway decent, and then it went downhill from there. And then he has his own internal affairs going on with Jimmy Iovine and Dre as well. So once you get distracted like that, you could never really do business the way business I think really should be done. So I pretty much left it alone.
Yeah. So you felt it was a timing issue?
It's a timing issue. Everything is about timing.
I give you credit for that because some people would have still probably just signed it because just to be a part of it or just because of a check,
Yeah, no, I have integrity and I have a few nickels.
Have you ever been forced to want to do something just for the opportunity of making money?
No, I never. If I was that kind of person, I'd have been a superstar years ago because somehow a kid from Jersey City, I know everybody. I used to hang with Magic Johnson. All of us used to hang out back the day along with my man, not Carl Patillo, and my man that put up the money for Death Row back in the day.
Who, Suge?
No, that's Suge. Suge got his money from one of my boys that was locked up. So him, Mike Tyson, Haitian Jack.
Yeah.
All of them friends of mine.